Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone, and we are calling it iPhone.
Does heavy cell phone use hurt human health?
What is all of this screen time doing to our brains?
There's a huge crisis.
Rates of anxiety and depression in young people have actually risen over 70%.
When you're scrolling on social media, you're continuing to do it, and you almost don't know why you're doing it.
The inability to stay logged off of social media can best be compared to alcohol addiction.
First of all, I think social media, to me, is this amazing invention, right? And it changed everything. Social media is this ability to connect with people. Do we know long-term effects of this? How much is this impacting social relationships? How much is this impacting the brain? Psychologists have learned that there's a very powerful principle for all humans, and that's this thing called reinforcement. Something that feels good, something that gives us this sense of pleasure. We know what that chemical is. It's called dopamine. There's another one called oxytocin. Both of these interact whenever we receive something from social media, like a like. All of a sudden now, that very thing becomes reinforcing. And what does that do? Well, that does some very interesting things. What it means is we start to enjoy and get almost addicted to the pleasure that something like dopamine provides. So guess what ends up happening? People spend a large amount of time on their phones waiting for either that text or that ding or that like, and that right there is reinforced when we get something that we like, and we will seek it out. And the brain changes itself by saying, give me more of that. Do you know people touch a screen on average of 2,600 times a day? People are either interacting or touching or swiping on a phone. The addiction is easy to stop. It just takes a couple of days off. It just takes a rewiring, and the brain is plastic. What that means is this plasticity of the brain, it can change. Reconnecting with people face to face can actually begin to help the brain go, wait, I actually enjoy this better. This is more like real life. And putting that phone away, we have found, is probably going to help in the short term. But its consequence is lower social skills in face-to-face and an awkwardness that may persist a little while. The greatest thing we have as humans is what? This ability to pay attention. People desire and crave it. They want the attention. That's why attention on a like on social media is so powerful. It gives you what? This adrenaline rush, dopamine, and it goes, I like that. I'm somebody. I feel recognized. Well, in face-to-face conversations, you can give somebody their full attention, and I guarantee you, they know when you're giving them the divided attention. And divided attention is by far one of the worst parts about social media, because it's too easy to drift to that which is fun and pleasurable and enjoyable. And we divide our attention and we don't give it to somebody, and they recognize it. Imagine doing that to a date or a friend. Well, if you check out your social media, guess what you're going to do? You're going to transfer affect to them that says, I don't like you as much. This is more important. And we start to lose our ability to talk with people, just to interact, just to have that conversation, just say how you're doing. There's this one great quote that says, it's better to be interested than interesting. Too many people online try and be interesting. They try and do all these wonderful things and show, look what I got, and look what I do, look at my picture, look at all this. That's being what? Interesting. So I think there's benefits with social media, technology, all these great things we have, but we have to be really careful to put some boundaries around it. Proverbs 21:17 says this, whoever loves pleasure will become poorer. Whoever loves wine and olive oil will never be rich. If your life revolves around this need to feel good, to get pleasure, to only seek out these likes and these things that are almost kind of not real, a little bit fake, you don't know all these people, but you're getting pleasure for them, I do believe you're going to end up more poor when it comes to relationships. You're going to end up more poor when it comes to emotional health. And you're going to end up more poor when it comes to social just connections and interactions. Enjoy it, use the technology, set good boundaries, and don't let that pleasure get away, because in the end, really what is human is the way God designed us to connect with other people, and that's social, face-to-face, in an emotionally healthy relationship.